Good evening, Heartizan. How is your Wednesday going? I have a very special guest with me this evening. I've brought my friend along. Her name is Vickie as well. And she is one of our creatives on the marketplace, but she loved us so much, she also joined the Madmin team. And Vickie is going to be helping me moving forward by doing some of the Heartizan lives. So I thought it would be a lovely way to get to know her by introducing her to you guys and doing a bit of a meet the maker so that she can tell us a little bit about herself and her business and what it is she does. So Vickie, welcome. It's lovely to have you here. So, first of all, tell us a little bit about you, where you live, and what kind of things you do.
My name's Vickie, as you know. People call me V as well because sometimes wherever I go, there's always more than one Vickie, so it's V.
Yeah, I get that. I've got a lot of Vickies that I know, and it gets really complicated. Different spellings, and it's like, well, how do you spell yours? And I'm like, I'm really not that bothered. As long as you call me by the right name, I don't care how you spell it.
That's just about how your name's spelled, I do.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I've always spelt my name with a Y on the end. But then when I started work and they set me up on the work's email address, they put it with an I. So I didn't correct them because I thought, well, it doesn't matter to me because I'm a Victoria really anyway, but I don't go by Victoria, never have growing up. It's only mum calls me Victoria if I'm in trouble. That's not very often, thank God. So I just didn't correct it, and then when I set up kind of my Facebook account, I thought, well, if people are looking for me and they know I spell it with an I at work, if I spell it with a Y on Facebook, no one's going to find me. So I spell it with an I. But I'm not that bothered. People write in my, birthday cards and presents and things. They spell it all kinds of different ways, and it doesn't really bother me. So I'm not precious over it. So yeah, I totally get that. So you're known as V then to your friends.
Yeah. I come from Walsall in the
Yeah.
West Midlands. I have two boys, 24 and 20 years old,
Mm.
and I'm also a grandmother.
Oh, you are, aren't you? Got a little grandson, haven't you?
Oh, he's absolutely gorgeous.
They
Hence,
always
I
are.
call him William and not Billy Boy.
Yes.
Um, I work full time
Yeah.
for DWP as an administration officer.
Yeah.
Um, I think all our families around Warsaw, really,
Yeah.
the Warsaw area. I don't know what else to say.
That's
I like
okay.
to make jewellery.
So you're not far from me, really, are you?
No,
We're
no.
both in the West Midlands area, so we're not that far from each other. Probably a train ride or something like that. Um.
Yeah.
So, how long have you been crafting, and what got you into crafting?
Oh, can't remember how long I've been crafting.
Did you craft as a child?
Oh, I always made things when I was a child.
Did you?
Painting, drawing, different things. I think I really seriously got into crafting when I had a bad breakup.
Yeah.
And even then, I had depression and mental health. And it was something to take my mind off
Yeah.
what was going on in my life. And I could just relax and chill. And I'm one of these people that can get quite addicted with things.
Yeah.
So
Crafting is addictive though, isn't it? No matter what craft you try, or you try one craft and then you go off at a tangent and try, one or two others or 10 others, and I know you're very much like that. I think a lot of crafters are, and I think a lot of us do craft for reasons like you've said, it's an escape from whatever you're going through in your life. We know lots of people who've got illnesses and they craft because it helps them forget about their pain and things like that. So it's a great thing to call upon, when you need something to distract you. So yeah.
definitely,
So
yeah,
you've got a couple of shops, haven't you? So do you want to tell us the names of your shops?
yes. one is called Crafty Works.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why I picked that one because I don't really know.
I like
Uh,
it.
that concentrates mainly on fused glass items because I have a microwave kiln. It
Yeah.
actually does go into a microwave.
A real
And then
microwave.
it's like a bit, I don't know what it's made of, but you put your little glass pieces in and then you cover it and put it in the microwave.
Gosh.
There's a lining in it. I think the lining makes it so hot that
Yeah.
it actually heats the glass.
My goodness.
I know.
You'll have to do some
Um,
demos because I'd love to see how you do that because it's just fascinating. What you put in, something totally different comes out, doesn't it? It's just incredible.
yeah, and sometimes things you put in that you expect to come out doesn't come out as you expected.
No. That's the beauty of
It's
crafting though, because it's always a nice surprise, isn't it? You do something and then you were like, oh, I love the way that turned out. Or no, I don't quite like that. Something went wrong with that one. But it's lovely to have a little play.
my favourite technique is freeze fusing
Right.
in the
Okay.
microwave film.
See, I know nothing about glasswork at all. It's something I've never even looked at.
Yeah, I'll have to do a demo when I
Yeah.
get you to bed.
I mean, I've seen some of your glasswork and it's beautiful because you make them into pendants and things, don't you? So that you get some beautiful colours. So you get some really good results. So it'd be lovely to see how you do it
Yeah,
and all the
and
equipment.
the other product I do for crafty work is faux leather items.
Okay.
I mean, I've got key rings on there at the moment, but I've got plans for something else I want to try. But I want to
Oh,
experiment first to make sure I can do it.
I don't blame
And
you. I don't blame you.
many of my friends dread it when I say I've got plans because they just go, "Oh no, just avoid."
Oh no, what are you making this time?
Oh no, what you up to now?
We have got a couple of people watching us as well. We've got Tina Holmes who says hello, Vickie. And Mandy Jane is watching us as well, and she said that crafting got her over losing her dad, her mum, and Lucy, who was her dog, who she names her business after. So just shows you we all do it through something. I started craft. Well, I started crafting when I started working with some ladies in the NHS. But then I really wanted to start a business when I had a really difficult breakup with a relationship. So again, I had two small children, so when they were asleep at night, I was like, what am I going to do with myself? All I'm doing is sitting here looking at the same four walls and watching the same rubbish on the telly. That was back in the days when I used to watch the soaps. I haven't watched any soaps for years. Couldn't even tell you what is going on in
There's enough
soaps these
time in
days.
life without watching it.
It's all Netflix now. The kids ask for Netflix, so it's Netflix and my laptop, and that's it. And making things, and so that's kind of it. And it was just I just got to a point where I was like, I cannot look at these four walls anymore. And the kids are fast asleep, and I've got all these hours in between them going to bed at like 7 o'clock and me going to bed. And it was like, what am I going to do with those like 3 or 4 hours? So it just shows you. And are you a night owl? Do you craft through the night, or are you more a morning person?
Um,
You're not a morning
I,
person, no, nor
no,
me.
I have at least 4 cups of coffee before I even.
I mean, I have to get up and go to work as well, the same as yourself, and it's just like I dread it every day, and I'm like, oh, it's that time of day again. I got to get up and get ready for work, and and
But when I'm walking to work, I switch on the computer right before I even do anything with that. I'm
oh
getting up.
yeah, first job of the day, you get to work, switch your computer on, then you go for your cup of tea, absolutely, or your cup of coffee, absolutely. You don't even check your emails till you've had a cuppa. Not at all.
My second shop
Yeah,
is Pixie Crafts.
I love that pixie crafts.
Anyone who knows me knows I like anything to do with pixies, fairies, unicorns, and I absolutely love spiders.
You love spiders. Oh,
Love.
see, I don't.
See, I will see a spider at a wall, and I will stop there and talk.
Do you?
Yeah,
See, I have
I'm
to
mad.
I have to catch them and chuck them outside. That's if they make it that far. Usually, I
Oh,
scream and they scurry away, so that gets rid of them.
The only spider I don't like are them ones with the tiny, tiny bodies
Yeah,
and the really long legs.
yeah,
They look like daddy long legs, the white
yeah.
ones.
That's it. I get them sometimes in the house. And the kids
Yeah.
go, "Is that a spider or a daddy long leg?" I don't care, just don't touch it. If it's not moving, it's all right. It's not doing us any harm. Just leave it.
In my spider pixie craft, I've got. So I used to do resin,
Yeah.
but I gave that up. But I've still got lot of products that are made with it, so that's
Mhm.
going in spider pixie craft.
Okay, so you're gonna list those in your
Um,
shop.
yeah, and I do a lot of pagan and Wiccan jewelry.
Lovely.
So the aim for Spider Pixie Craft Shop is nothing's going to go over the price of £25.
Yeah.
So it's going to be affordable for everyone. There's even earrings on there for 250, like little stocking fillers.
Yeah, and it's a brilliant time for people to go and have a look, now, because it's, how many weeks is it? Less than 9 weeks till Christmas or something silly. Um,
Right? A lot.
you need to get those wish lists now and get those presents and get them ready. Because it's already starting to get busy for the postman. My sister sent me a picture today just to warn everybody out there. My brother-in-law is a postman and he works very long days. And his van this morning was chock-a-block full, and that was only his morning delivery, and it's not even Christmas yet. His van was absolutely stuffed to the hilt, and he delivered all that, and then had to go back and get another lot to go out again this afternoon. So it just shows you, and that we're not even close to Christmas yet, so it's going to just get absolutely manic. So start
Yeah,
thinking about when you're going to close your order books and get all your orders done by and get them shipped out in plenty of
people
time.
at the post, don't they? But they don't realise the stuff they have to do and the things and
Yeah,
the hours they have to work.
yeah, and he works virtually double shifts because he's out really early in the morning at work for I don't know 6 o'clock, and then you're lucky if he comes home by 7 p.m. So he's doing really long hours, and that's going to the depot, sorting the post, then taking it out, delivering it, going back for more. Once his van's empty, and then I think he now has to go around and empty some of the post boxes as well and collect from businesses. So he's got quite a lot. And that's just on October. So, and it's because more people are obviously buying online now, aren't they, because of the pandemic and things as well. So
Yeah,
it's only going to get worse. So,
definitely.
Mandy Jane says she talks to spiders as well. There you go. Got someone else that likes the spiders.
Does
And she
she?
agrees most crafters seem to be night people. Yeah, I think we just burn the candle, don't we, of a night. I was there last night flicking through social media and I realised, oh God, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, I've got work tomorrow. I better get to bed. I got lost in TikTok and Facebook and it's terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Mandy's responsible for naming my key rings because I couldn't decide what to call them.
Oh, is this your spider key rings? I
Yeah,
like those because you got lots of different hoops on them. Have you got any to show us? Have you got one of them with you today? And you can
yes,
obviously put lots of keys on them, can't you? So they're fabulous. They are.
yeah.
And can you
So I
do
made
those
one
in any colour?
if I've got the colour of
You got lots of different
colour.
like variety of colours.
So I made one myself because I've got like keys for work, keys for my house,
Yeah,
keys for my mum's,
that's it.
keys for my son's. So I've got them all on different ones. But, oh, was it forever? Try which one's this?
Well,
Try
yeah,
this
because
out.
sometimes they look similar. Keys do, don't they? I remember when I lived in a flat once, and it was like Fort Knox to get in there. I'm not joking. When the council gave me the bunch of keys, I was like, how am I going to know which one's for which door? And some of them they had put little colour coding things on, and they were like, well, the blue ones are for the front door, and the yellow ones are for the back door, or whatever. And I was like, thank God, though, because they all looked identical. And it was just, and I had to then, and obviously there was more than one set, so we had to try and figure out which door they opened and then separate them out. So I had a set, and my ex partner had a set, and then I had a spare set for my mum, and it was just like
Really,
absolute
really
nightmare.
difficult to get through the door.
Yeah, I felt like a jailer, and they had that great big ring on. It was just there was that many keys. So something like that is absolutely ideal for that because yeah, I had keys for everything. And then there was a garage and the back door to the garage, so that was another two keys. There was a key to get into the
Oh,
main porch door. Then there was a middle door. And I was just like, oh my God. And then you've usually got keys to open the windows as well, and you just think, why do I need keys to open the window? Oh dear. So yeah, so that's a really good product, that is. So what else have
Yeah.
you got to show us today?
Um,
Evening, Kelly. Kelly's joined us as well. Or you're a night owl as well. Yeah.
one of my fairy doors.
Oh, that's lovely. Is that a wooden one?
Yes, the wooden one.
Oh, I like the little dragon.
Yeah, they're just buttons, and I've cut the shank off.
Oh, right. What a fab idea.
That's one of my resin ones.
Oh, is it? God, I wouldn't have known that that was resin.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
And this is my favourite keyring.
Oh, that is nice. Although it's a spider, that is really pretty.
Yeah, because I've actually got it's, I think I remember ethical, like, and it's like a resin type of powder enamel,
Oh,
and
right.
you put it in the base, and there's candles underneath that heats it up, and it's like an enamel.
Oh, yeah. It's not. Has it got glitter in it? It looks glittery.
Yeah, it was nice. I ordered it by mistake, to be fair, because I wanted a normal red.
It's lovely, that is.
Yeah. Um, this is resin
Mandy says
as
she
well.
loves your red door, your red resin door, fairy door. Oh, that's nice.
The bag jar.
They like that because you've mixed resin with the beads. So
Yeah.
it just really adds to it.
Um, this is done with resin as well,
Oh, these are your goddesses, aren't they? I love these.
and that's called petri dish effect.
That's lovely.
And one last thing.
Oh, that's
The bag
lovely.
jar.
I love that because I love purple. Purple's my favourite colour.
I have to try and stop myself making with things with purple, because otherwise everything could be purple.
Yeah, that's the trouble, isn't it? That is the trouble because you have to remember that you're making things like things for everybody's taste, but sometimes you end up making things that you like, and then do you ever find it really hard to let go of some of your pieces? I do. I've got so many pieces that I've made that I think, oh, that's my favourite, and I really like that one. Oh, I might keep that one for myself, and then I think, no, I can't because then I'll never have anything in my shop, and it'll all be in my jewellery box, and there'll be nothing left. And then I had to start doing that, making things in lots of different colours. Oh, that's lovely.
That's the first technique I learnt with resin.
That is beautiful.
Quite
How did you
good.
do the spots? Is that something you've added in? Is it?
No, the printable acetate you
Oh
can use,
yeah. Is it done with the acetate?
and then you just cover it with the resin.
Oh, lovely. I've never used acetate. I know people doing resin.
I have to download for the wings to get different wings, because when I tried to get them off Google, they were all got. There must have been copyright, so I ended up buying some.
Yeah, yeah. Do you sew as well, or have I imagined that?
No, I sew, I knit, I crochet, I paint, I draw.
So you do a bit of everything.
I baking.
I don't think I've ever seen any of your cards.
I really only do it for family, like the birthday
Yeah.
cards, Christmas cards. But it got to the point where I had 5 or 6 crafts on the go. I had to move from a 3-bedroom house to a 2-bedroom flat
Right.
because of my back condition. And plus, I was downsizing because my eldest was moving out.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what? I've got to cut down these crafts. I've got too many on the go.
It's the trouble is they take over your house, don't they? Anyway, or your flat. Because I came from a flat to a house. Now that my children are older, we had to move because I've got a son and a daughter, and at one point they were sharing a bedroom. But then when they get to a certain age, the council have to move you. for obvious reasons. And I used to have, my living room in the flat was very small, and like I tried to keep it all contained to one corner, but it was very difficult, and it would spread out, and then it'd be like I've got nowhere else to put it, and trying to put things away every time you'd use something, or you wanted to get something out and you were like, I know it's in one of these boxes somewhere, but I can't remember which one. And by the time you'd gone through the 10th box, you actually forgot what you were looking for. It's just like...
Well, when I first moved in, there's a little cloakroom thing, and it was just big enough to do resin and crafting little bits that I did.
Yeah.
And then I've sort of expanded, and half my bedroom's a craft area now.
Oh, yeah. See, I've deliberately kept stuff out of my bedroom at the moment because I just thought that's having moved from the flat, and then stuff being kind of placed anywhere and everywhere. It's kind of like, now I need my bedroom to be my little haven now. So I tend to not have anything up there. It's all kind of in the living room, or I've got a cupboard under the stairs, and a unit under the... Well, I did have a unit, tell a lie. I gave it to my sister the other week because I had a big clear out. And I donated a load of craft stuff to her kids, and because she wanted a unit for them to have for crafts. And I said, do you know what? I've got this unit here, and I really need to decant it. I said, so you can have the unit, and I'll give you a few bits for the kids at the same time. So that freed up my under the stairs cupboard a little bit. So that was good, and she took some of it off my hands. But yeah, it's terrible, isn't it? Everything just creeps and takes over. So, do your boys do any crafts? Are they crafty, or your boys? Yeah.
My youngest, Nathan, likes to write and draw.
Oh, right, okay.
And my oldest is more into his IT and computer
Yeah.
stuff, and Pokemon going.
Yeah.
Pokemon.
So it's all tech these days, though, isn't it? So, to be fair, a few years back, I had a little phase of going out with the kids, and we'd go on walks, and I'd have Pokemon on my phone. I'd be like, oh, look, there's a Pokemon over there. And my daughter was like, Mum, what are you doing?
I did for a bit. I get to my mum's back garden, because my mum's back garden had loads of Pokemon.
Yeah. Anything to get rid of the boredom at one point when you're going for a walk and you're trying to entertain the kids anyway, especially when they're little. It's like, what can I do to, like, so that we're going for a walk, we're getting some exercise, but it's entertaining and at the same time, because otherwise, you know what kids are like, they're like, oh, why have we got to go for a walk? It's boring, and we're not, oh, why have we just got to walk round and round in circles? And it's like, come on, we'll go Pokemon hunting. But of course,
my eldest loves Pokemon that much. He had a Pokemon account for my grandson before he was even born.
Oh my goodness, that is just taking it a bit too far.
To be fair, he's very techy, and he's the one that's built my computer, and he helps me with websites and stuff.
Yeah.
So he's useful.
No, that's good. It's good, isn't it? That's what I'm hoping my son will do. My son's 14, and he's taking creative eye media and art as his two GCSE subjects. And the idea being is that he can help me with my website if I ever get stuck. Because I know some stuff about WordPress and that, but I thought, you know what, keep it in the family. So when he gets older, he can help me run my business. And my daughter's into photography, so she's doing that at college. So I thought, well, she can take all my product photos. And I'm like, it ain't going to come cheap though. They're both going to go, well, actually, if you want me to help you, it's going to cost you. But I just thought, you know what?
Just everything from when they were born that you've ever bought them and see what the size.
Absolutely, yeah. I was like, well, if you know what side your bread's buttered on, you will help me. But yeah, because I'm terrible at taking product photos. That's one of the things I'm not that. I'm getting better, but it's one of those things that I think most of us struggle with. And I just said to my daughter, do you know what? You're doing photography at college. You can help me. You've got a proper, decent camera as well. Not just on your phone. I said, so you can take some really nice photos for me and help me get some good product photos. So
they're actually done on my phone.
Yeah. Well, I've recently upgraded to an iPhone from a Samsung Android, and that is much better, the camera on there. So I am getting some better photos now. But otherwise, you've got to sit and edit them. You can still get decent photos on Android and stuff, but you've got to just play about and edit them, haven't you, a lot? So, yeah.
Or stick them on Canva and get rid of the background.
Oh, I love Canva. Love Canva. I went through a period of, obviously, when we started playing with it on Heartizan as part of our package and things, and it was like I spent months playing on it, and then I had to wean myself off it, otherwise I'm on there all the time.
Because every time I went to go do mine, all of yours was all over the place.
Oh, yeah, that's it. It's like, because you get carried away and you're like, oh, yeah, this is really good. And I learnt to kind of copy and then just edit, because that was a lot quicker than trying to keep creating new ones and just using like a master template. And I was like, oh, I love this, and just kept changing things. So I think at one point we probably all tried to crash it because we were all in there at the same time. Oh, so yeah. See, another one. Mandy Jane used to play Pokemon as well. See, anything to get rid of the boredom.
Definitely.
Oh, well, it's been lovely chatting to you, Vicky. And thank you everybody for jumping on. Because Vicky was very nervous about coming on and doing her first kind of live. But as I say, she is going to be joining me in doing lives on Heartizan. So this was kind of an introduction for her. So she could get over those first nerves, because it is very nerve-wracking when you go live for the first time. I remember it as well. So thank you so much for jumping on and giving your support, everybody. Have you got anything else to add before we go, Vicky?
If Tina's still there, hide, because I'm planning again.
Oh, Tina, watch out. She's planning something. She's obviously woke up in the middle of the night and ordered something again.
I met her on a craft. I think it was an eBay crafting group, and we've been friends since.
Have you?
Every time I say I'm planning something, she says, right to the hills. And then she tags different friends and says, and one says, I'll bring the booze. One says, I'll bring the crafting supplies. And she'll say, I'll bring the teddy. Hilarious.
Oh, but that's brilliant, isn't it? You got like a really good support network and things, because that's what we do as crafters. We're always coming up with new ideas and new ways of things. Have you got? So you said earlier on that you've got something planned. Obviously, you're not going to tell us what. Is it going to be launched in time for Christmas?
No.
Is it a project for next year?
It's going to be taking a lot of experimenting and practicing first.
Okay.
Because the material I'm working with, I've got to be careful what kind of needles I use with it.
Okay.
And I've got a scan and cut so I can do heat vinyl. So I want to experiment with that to see, because knowing me, I'll burn it. You have to iron it on.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to experiment and do things and hopefully get a little bit of stock
Yeah.
before I put it on.
Oh, that's always a good idea, isn't it? With something like that, if it's you got your pre-make things, get a good batch of stock to start you off and launch it.
Whatever I make, I'd rather it to be ready to be posted.
Yeah.
Because I don't like having to make to a deadline, because I start getting flustered.
Yeah, so you prefer, a bit like me, I do a lot of ready to post items, because I think that's because we work as well in the day, so it's kind of we haven't got a huge amount of time because we're at work full time. It's kind of in the evening, as long as you're not too tired because you've been at work all day. Some days I come home and I just fall asleep in front of the telly, and I think, oh, should have done that tonight, and then I'm like, oh. So I'm a bit like that as well, and it's kind of a bit of work in the evenings and then probably some more at the weekends. So I totally get that. Yeah, you kind of you want a stock to get you going. So we've got something to look forward to then. Potentially next year when you launch new products. Ooh, exciting! Can't wait. So thank you so much for joining me, Vicky. I hope it hasn't been too nerve-wracking. You've done brilliant there, I have to say. And it's been lovely to meet you. So, guys, make sure you go over and follow Vicky. She is on the Heartizan Marketplace with her 2 shops. And obviously she's got them both on Facebook as well. So Crafty Works and Spider Pixie Crafts, is that right? Yeah. So make sure you go over and follow her. And hopefully you'll be seeing more of this lovely lady very soon as well on Heartizan. So thank you very much, guys, for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening, and we'll be back soon.
Bye.
Bye.